Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to discuss on the 4 layers of supply chain decisions, and this will definitely help us to understand that what type of decisions we are making on our day-to-day activities. So let me share my screen. All right, I hope that you are able to see my PPT. Okay, so 4 layers of supply chain decisions. What are those 4 layers? Number one, strategic decisions. Number two, tactical decisions. Number three, operational decisions. And number four, collaborative decisions. Okay, so let me share the diagram. So what we mean by the strategic decisions? These are the long-term decisions that set the direction for the entire supply chain. Okay, so for an example, if we decide, means if we are taking any decisions that where to set up the plant or how to design the network, so those comes under the strategic decisions. And top level management generally take a call related to these strategic decisions. Okay, and these are long-term decisions, so that means you can see the timeline is 2 to 5 years duration. Okay, now the second layer is tactical decision. Now what is tactical decision? These decisions are made to support the strategic decisions and ensure that the supply chain is working efficiently. For an example, in the strategic decision, we have decided that where to set up the plant. Now here, we have to decide that how to set up the inventory management or how to set up the production planning. Okay, and these tactical decisions are generally made by mid-level managers. And what is the duration of these decisions? The duration are 1 to 12 months. Okay, now coming to the third layer, operational decisions. So these are the short-term decisions that are made on a daily basis to manage the flow of goods and services through the supply chain. And what type of decisions we generally made here? We generally made the decisions like scheduling, routing, order processings. All those activities comes under the operational decisions. And what is the timeline? The timeline is 1 day to 1 month. Now coming to the last layer of supply chain decision, that is collaborative decision. Now what is collaborative decision? These decisions generally involve collaboration between different partners in the supply chain, such as suppliers, distributors, and the retailers. They include decisions about sharing information, coordinating activities, and managing relationships. So this is nothing but the live execution of the process. So whatever decisions we have already taken from strategic, from tactical, and the operations point of view, here we need to do the live execution of all these decisions. If you notice here, as we go down the planning horizon, the timeline will decrease. So timeline is decreasing. For the first, the strategic decisions is a long-term duration decision, 2 to 5 years. Is a medium-term decisions, 1 to 12 months. The third layer, again short-term decisions, 1 day to 1 month, and this is a live execution. That means the timeline is decreasing. Okay. Now, so strategic decisions. So here I have mentioned the elaborate details about the strategic decisions. Let me just read it out for you. So these are the long-term decisions. Why this is the long-term decisions? Because I already showed you 2 years to 5 years. Okay. So these are the long-term decisions that set the direction for the entire supply chain. They include decisions about the network design, supplier selection, product design. The strategic decisions have a significant impact on the performance of the supply chain, and they are often made by the top level of management of the organizations. So these type of decisions are generally taken by the top level management of the organizations. Okay, and these are the long-term decisions. Now, example of the strategic decisions. For an example, investment planning, high-level inventory strategies, optimal sourcing paths, distribution locations or the plan, setting up a plan. So all those comes under the strategic decisions. And what are the analytical tools under strategic decisions? Supply chain optimization models, segmentation models, inventory optimization models, etc. So these are the analytical tools, or you can say these are the different types of models that we can create for taking up a strategic decisions. Okay. Now, second layer of the supply chain decisions are tactical decisions. These decisions are made to support the strategic decisions and ensure that the supply chain is working efficiently. They include the decisions about the inventory management, production planning, and transportation management. The tactical decisions are made by the mid-level managers and they have a direct impact on the day-to-day operations of the supply chain. So obviously, what type of decisions they are taking under the tactical decisions, that will definitely impact the day-to-day activities of the operations of the supply chain in the lower level. Okay. And what are the decisions that we can take in the tactical level? High level capacity planning, inventory deployment, 3PL planning. 3PL means third party logistics planning, sequencing, that is the plant shutdown for maintenance, etc. That those type of decisions we can take under the tactical decisions. And what are the models or the analytical tools that we can use to take these tactical decisions? Capacity optimization model, demand planning model, inventory allocation model, and all those things. Sorry, third layer of the supply chain decisions. Third layer of supply chain decisions are operational decisions. So these are the short-term decisions that are made on daily basis to manage the flow of goods and services through the supply chain. For example, we are routing the vehicles, okay? Or we are scheduling some transportation, or we are processing some orders. So those comes under the operational decisions layers, okay? And these operational decisions are made by the frontline managers and they have a direct impact on the performance of the supply chain. Now, what are the decisions that we can take under operational level? So, as I mentioned earlier, vehicle routing planning, the load planning, the workforce planning, the capacity planning, all those decisions we can take in this level. And what are the models or the analytical tools to determine or to take up these decisions? VRP models, that is the vehicle routing model, flow stimulation models, MRP, etc. Now, the last or the fourth layer of supply chain decisions are collaborative decisions. These decisions involve collaboration between different partners in the supply chain, such as suppliers, distributors, and the retailers. They include decisions about sharing informations, coordinating activities, and managing relationships. The collaborative decisions are critical for achieving a high level of efficiency and responsiveness in the supply chain. And what are the decisions that we can take under collaborative decisions? For an example, pickup or delivery sequence, rerouting, etc. And what are the analytical tools to take these collaborative decisions? Dynamic route optimization models, daily scheduling optimization models. So those type of models we can create. Okay. So if we do a summary, whatever we have discussed as of now, so we can conclude these characteristics of these levels. So first of all, what is the objective? Under strategic, the objective is resource acquisition. Under tactical, the objective is resource utilization. Under operational, the objective is execution. Okay. If we discuss about the time horizon, then for strategic, obviously the time horizon is long. For tactical, that is medium. For operation, that is low. Level of management involvement. So level of management involved for strategic, that is top. Top level of management generally take the decisions under strategic. For tactical, that is medium or the middle. For operations, that is low. Okay. Now scope. For strategic, the scope is very broad. For tactical, that is medium. For operation, that is narrow. Scope of information. For strategic, that is external. Tactical, internal. And operational, internal. Now, why it is external? Because whenever we are whenever the top management is taking any type of tactical decisions, they generally collaborate the informations or the data from outside the organizations also, so that they can able to take a proper decisions which may impact the supply chain efficiency or the supply chain activities in their company. So generally they needs to study the different data or the different informations that are available outside, so that they can able to consider those informations while taking up a tactical decisions for the improvement of the supply chain within the organization. Okay. Now, degree of uncertainty. The degree of uncertainty for strategic is very high. For tactical, that is medium. For operation, that is low. So why the degree of uncertainty is high? Because when the top level management is taking up any strategic decisions, the assumption is more. Okay, so that is why the uncertainty level is very high. So that means we can say the degree of risk is also very high under strategic, right? For tactical, that is medium. For operation, that is low. All right, so I hope that you have understood the 4 layers of supply chain decisions. But in case if you face any type of issues in understanding all these layers, please let me know so that I can go through once again in our next session.